Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. I hope you're doing well today. I'm back again today. Like I said, I have a bunch of videos I'm uploading for you guys. This book, I will have a review here. It's my second Goosebumps book review since my return earlier today. And I also am going to be reviewing, God willing, the episode tonight, immediately after this review. I don't know how long it'll take to upload, but I'll try to get around to it in the next couple of hours. Anyway, this one is a Goosebumps classic book. It is called Be Careful What You Wish For. Yes, I have the reprint cover. I don't have the original with the really cool Tim Jacobus art. It's one of those books that I don't really know which one I prefer more. I kind of prefer Tim Jacobus because it's more like realistic looking. With the book itself here, I don't know, it's kind of cartoonish, but even so, I don't try to judge the books on the covers. I try to judge them by the inner content of the book. And I also kind of think the cover can become important when it comes to advertising to children. There are some Goosebumps books out there like Frankenstein's Dog that literally the cover image is not in the book. Not in the same sense, at least. And it's kind of a scammy type of thing, in my opinion. But the book is great. I love that book. Be Careful What You Wish For. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. This is like one of the big regarded ones, too, that a lot of people talk about. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it's their favorite Goosebumps book, or especially from the classic series. There's so many great books in the classic series. But in my opinion, this is like one of the lowest of the low. Like, I don't like this book. I had a really boring time reading this. There's not a whole lot of humor here. There's not really anything that really made it fun to me. It's kind of a book as a retelling parody of a typical lesson. In this case, The Monkey's Paw, which I really love that story. When I see authors try to redo what that book did, it doesn't usually work out well, and Stein's is no different. It's not really any better. The title itself, Be Careful What You Wish For, kind of gives away the theme, but for a kid's middle grade book, I think it's kind of okay to do that because kids need to know the lesson, that they're getting into in this book. This is one of the ones that never really caught my interest growing up. I always wanted to read, like, You Can't Scare Me, even though I never did until, like, a year ago. There were certain ones like that I always wanted to read. There were covers like, Monster Blood, that was a really scary cover. I think I tried to read it once or twice and got bored with it and put it down. And even that first Monster Blood book is one of those books I consider kind of a low-grade series book like this one. It feels like a total filler book. Be Careful What You Wish For doesn't have a whole lot going for it in the meat of it, That's kind of the shame. I was really looking forward to this, too. It's one of those ones I kept putting off. I kept seeing it posted on people's videos of, like, I think, what's her name? Is her name Clarissa? I think. The lady in here. Let me look real quick. Yeah, Clarissa the Crystal Woman. Basically, our main character, Sam Bird, who is made fun of because she's a younger girl who is very, very tall, pretty much the tallest kid in all of her classes and all of her school. She is made fun of constantly because her last name is Bird, and like there's one particular bully that she can't stand. Her name is Judith. Our main character, Sam Bird, is also on a basketball team, and she's not very good, but she's on that team. And one day when she happens to be driving or riding or whatever, pushing her bike up a really long road, that while it's raining, it's a very dreary weathered book. Very much suitable for today because it's been very rainy. Not that I read this today, I finished it yesterday. I just didn't get the recording done for this until Sunday, which is today. Anyway, Clarissa happens to be walking out of the woods, and the main character, Sam, almost hits her with her bike, and she kind of stops and talks to the woman. The woman asks her where a certain address was, so she decides to walk this woman down the road, back where she came from, to the city where she was at, to kind of show her the street and location and address she was looking for. And Clarissa tells her, "Oh, you're such a sweet girl. Nobody your age is this friendly anymore. No one's willing to help an old lady anymore." And Clarissa's very sweet to her, but at the same time, she's kind of weird. She talks about, the rain washing away all the evil in the world. It's kind of like, what? What are you talking about? Basically, she is kind of a fortune teller, but not really a fortune teller. She just grants wishes. She pulls out a crystal ball, like on the cover here, like you see from like gypsies and stuff all the time. It doesn't really say she's a gypsy either, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I just kind of assumed, the way she's always portrayed and stuff, that she was a gypsy of some sort. Apparently she's not. She's just kind of a random Goosebumps villain that dresses with a shawl and everything, like a gypsy lady would do. Anyway, she is the Crystal Woman. She carries around a crystal ball, and she can grant wishes with this crystal ball. Now, those scenes when she grants a wish for our main character, Sam, those are really cool. I like the way they're written, the way they're described. It's the rest of the book. It takes a little while to get to the Crystal Woman situation. The book is only 120 pages. Most adults would be like rolling their eyes at me saying, why would that even take that long? But you have to understand, as a kid, reading this book, taking your sweet time, taking like 30 pages to get to that book, that's almost a fourth of the book, getting to that point where you introduce this woman. Clarissa's an interesting villain. I like her. I see her listed all the time as like the most powerful Goosebumps villain of all time. I'm not sure how much I agree with that, but I kind of get it because she can grant any wish that you would wish. But it's one of those situations like Wishmaster, where it kind of backfires on you. Personally, I like the Wishmaster movies more than I like this book. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I remember the memories being better than what I read in here. Even the creative twist around of whatever the main character would wish is not that interesting, you know? I know we're talking about a middle grade book. It kind of has to be a little warmed down to, or watered down to kind of fit for that age group. But there's been a lot of horrific things in Goosebumps, even at the time this book came out. So it's like, you know, the first book of this series that ever came out was Welcome to Dead House. You had people's faces melting and stuff because of a flashlight. I mean, it was a lot of horrific stuff in that first book alone. There's a lot of stuff that could have been done here. I know it's an earlier book, but still. There's not a whole lot in here that I really like about this book. It was a big letdown. It was one of those books like the first Monster Blood. I love most of the Monster Blood series. The first book really let me down. really, really let me down, honestly. There's just not a whole lot here. Again, main character makes a wish, something goes wrong because that wish wasn't worded a certain way. That's kind of your whole story here, and it's really not that great, personally. I don't hate it, it's just, it's very bad. Not bad, that's not the word I'm trying to use. It's very disappointing. That's the big thing. I'm kind of let down by this. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I even thought the Goosebumps audience deserved. It was really... It was one of Stein's weakest, in my opinion. I was really kind of surprised by that. This might be like my bottom 5 or 10 books of all Goosebumps that I've read. I've read like, I think like 120 books. I've reviewed about 120, 130, somewhere in that ballpark, you know? This is not up there for me. It's really not. Anyway, when it comes to Goosebumps, be careful what you wish for. I really don't have much to say about this. Oh, one thing I will say. I hate the ending of the book. I think the ending is like the worst part of this entire book, easily. Like, it is... I've even seen debate recently about people talking in different comment sections of other people's Goosebumps YouTube reviews for this book, saying how much they didn't like the ending, or they thought it was supposed to be interpreted this way, or they didn't understand what happened. David Popovich is one of the people who mentioned this. He's a big Goosebumps YouTuber from back in the day. I don't think he makes many content videos now, but I guess, I don't know. Be careful what you wish for is a big letdown, dude. If I'm going to rate this book on a 5-star basis, I'm going to give it like a 2 out of 5 stars. I know it seems low. I know you've probably heard about this book before. The fact that this got reprinted and not something like Ghost Camp is shocking to me, because Ghost Camp deserves to be reprinted. This does not. This is just... I would buy an original cover art book just to have that in my collection because I'm a collector, sort of kind of just the books and movies and DVDs and stuff. But I would buy that original cover just to have it in the collection, not to ever read this again. I would never buy a reader's copy of this. It's not good. It's just, it's really disappointing, and it's really slow. That's the big thing. I don't mind slow reads. I don't mind slow Goosebumps reads as long as they're good. Just some of them are too bad or too drawn out, like 12 Screams of Christmas from the Most Wanted series. Big letdown. Big letdown. Anyway, 2 out of 5 stars for me. What do you guys think about Be Careful What You Wish For? Put your... Let me try that again. Put your thoughts and comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. I'm really hoping the episode's better. I heard the episode has a different ending. I'm not sure, but I hope it's better. I could see this working better as a 20-minute long episode where they've cut out a lot of the fat of the episode, of the particular book manuscript. But we'll see. We'll see possibly tonight if I get around to watching it and doing the video tonight for it too and uploading it. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Let me know. I'm gonna slow down again. I'm talking too fast for myself. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the book. And thank you for watching. Thank you for returning today with me now that I'm back from my break. And may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys today. And goodbye.